At the heart of every heavy-duty pickup truck in America is a monster powertrain. This is a 6.6 liter V8 turbo diesel. Now they revised this turbo diesel for this 2024 model year. Now it's 25% better torque due to a new turbo at low RPM. So we're talking 970 pound-feet of torque and 470 horsepower mated to an Allison transmission. I can't even reach, look at this, I can't even reach the top to close this. I have to come to the side to close the hood on this monster. AT4X AEV GMC Sierra 2500 HD. This thing is a monster truck and has been so much fun to have on the channel. It's my first ever HD truck on the channel. Now AEV is American Expedition Vehicles, if I remember correctly. They're an outfitter, and this has got the full AEV treatment from the fog lights to the grab hooks. Now you can also get a winch, I think, as an option too. And then underneath we have skid plates going all the way underneath the truck. 11.8 inches of ground clearance. The hood, like everything about this truck just screams like American macho masculinity, and it's amazing. I love the daytime running lights. It's got the little HD logo. I just saw that for the first time. And we're at a boat ramp. This is not the boat ramp, it's on the other side of those trees, but I figured this would be a good place for this truck to just detail it. Look at these 36-inch tires, the Goodyear Territory MTs, and these are exclusive to this AEV edition. Here's a little hubcap, you know, that's plastic, but of course you have, I mean, that's of course aluminum, I'm assuming here, for the Salto wheel. It's beautiful wheel design, love the glossy. See the upgraded suspension here. I'll put some of those details down below. I'm not doing any off-roading, but of course this truck could be an off-roading machine. Just keep in mind that it's huge and heavy, which sometimes isn't the best for off-roading trails. Pop this out. Running boards will pop out, it's great for the kids. I'm traveling with bikes in the back to a recycling center today, so it's perfect for that. We can tow 18,400 pounds here. If you get the non-AEV version, it'll be 18,500 pounds. You know, fully metal bumper here. This is just a plastic garnish on top. Fat tow receiver here, but you got the pull hooks here too to get yourself or other people out of tricky situations. Fat diesel can, full-size spare underneath, huge differential there with a HD truck like this, and you get exclusive AEV logo there. I like it, you know, I like big trucks with a little bit of chrome. They didn't black everything out here, and it looks pretty good in my opinion. You got two cameras here. There are like 18 different camera modes on this truck. Underneath here we have a USB as well as an aux. You got speakers back here, kicker sound system, which is interesting because even though this is a kicker USB as well as Bluetooth setup back here, the interior is a Bose sound system. So you have two different sound systems on a vehicle, which I don't think I've ever seen in my life. How do I put this down? There we go. And flip this back up, which is pretty heavy. And the bottom one here will flip down the tailgate very nicely. You also have this little handle to get in the back, which I don't see the point in it, but that's just me. I would not be using that. And we also have an additional 400 watt power accessory back here too. So I like the spray and bed liner, very rugged. Throw the bikes back there, throw these trailers, and it's I have no worries about scratching up the bed or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get in the back seat of this beautiful truck. Again, kids have been having a blast here. I love these aluminum speaker grills. I like this pattern too. There's a soft touch right here. And actually the back seat has a little bit better materials than the front seat now that I'm seeing this. Haven't spent a lot of time back here. We got wood, more of that nice textured pattern, stitching here on the armrest. No sunshades, but these are tinted back here compared to the front windows that are not. Again, another aluminum Bose plate here for the speaker. So let's go ahead and climb up. Now there's lots of cool stuff you can do back here with these rear seats. I actually haven't played with them yet, been driving it. But look at that cubby. You can pull through the seat, hide some stuff back here, pull this down. Kids haven't discovered this yet, I don't think. They love their cup holders. This window, of course, will slide to the side, and with a truck that at this price point, you have a beautiful headliner in here as well. Soft back to the seats, even though this is a little bit more rugged. Soft back, Mac pockets on each side. Tons of leg room. Let's go ahead and show you guys, like at 6'1", this is a luxury, absolutely. Heated outboard seats. We also have USB-C and USB-A back here. Nice vents down at the bottom. For your passengers. Two more cup holders. So you have Gosh, is that 4 cup holders for the back? That is fantastic. Map lights above, and they are LED, so good attention to detail there. Coat hangers here, big handles to help you get in alongside of those flop out running boards. Another camera here, like I said, tons of different camera angles with this monster. AT4X, you have those unique AEV all-weather mats here. That Bose sound system, awesome. You know, interestingly, I feel like there should be one in the A-pillar instead of one just on the door. It sounds good enough in here. It's not gonna blow anyone's minds, but it's good enough, I think, for a truck at this price point. Memory seats on this side, same attention to detail though, but notice this is hard touch, where in the back this was soft touch. So I wish this was a little bit nicer here. We do have massaging seats. That button turns them on, and it's gonna do its massaging seat thing as it goes. So only the front passenger and driver are massaging. We also have AT4X here, as well as the AEV. This is exclusive here, of course, on this AEV version. I love seeing that bison up there. American bison looks awesome. All right, let's go ahead and close that door. What does it sound like? Sounds very, very solid. I'm gonna get right into the head-up display. Hopefully you guys can see it. I see it blinking a little bit, but you have radar cruise control information there. You have a compass, and then you have your off-roading angles, of pitch, dive, roll, that sort of thing. It's incredible. I love it. It also tells you if you're in 4 high, 4 low. It's awesome. You can adjust the brightness with these controls as well. And just, I like putting it just, well, since I'm not off-roading or towing or anything, I just like keeping the miles per hour there. And I also disabled the speed limit warning, which is pretty annoying. Okay, soft dash here. We have a digital rear view mirror, which is not ideal right now, but yeah, when you have stuff in the bed, it actually gives me better visibility than non-digital rear view mirror. Interesting. So it's good to have that functionality. Now, I mentioned no speaker here. I guess there's one here on the interior A-pillar instead of on the crevice of the door. These are the widest, biggest mirrors I've tested on the channel. I love them so much. I like not only the blind spot monitor, but you have that additional mirror down below that allows you to see the rear tire of the truck. Super handy while parking or doing off-roading sort of things. You also have additional LEDs on the edge of the mirror that I don't know what they're for. I've never seen that on a vehicle before. I don't know if they're trail lights, if you're at night on a trail or something, not quite sure. Love the digital MID here. It is customizable. I'm just happy with where it's at right now. I can adjust the stations here. I also have a preset adjustment on the back, as well as volume on the back of this GMC steering wheel as well. Of course, it's heated. I have heated and ventilated seats, 2 different types of heating, just top cushion, and bottom cushion. Here's your start-stop diesel engine button. We have a cool brake exhaust. You can have a rear differential lock. Now this button's funny. It allows you to roll down all your windows. Well, I guess I need to pull this. It rolls down all your windows, but if you push it up, it doesn't roll them all up. You have to go back over here. Only the front are automatic, and I have to hold the ones in the back. Since I'm over here, yes, you can also fold your mirrors in. Oh, extend them, I mean. Geez, that's a button I'm not used to. Look at that. That's perfect for towing. Holy cow, that's super, super cool. And this is the button that folds them in. And there are those LED indicators there on the side that I'm still not sure what they do, but it's really, really cool. Okay, so here's your 4 high, 4 low, 2 high adjustment. Here's your trailer control as well, light control, all really nifty. And look at it, it just looks really premium here. This matte, I know it's plastic, but it does look really, really nice how the light hits it. AC in here is awesome. Huge vents up top. I love this massive screen. Google built in, of course, so you can still have your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay in here as well. One small gripe is that when you're in drive, the shifter is kind of in the way of the volume knob. So I've been using the volume on the back of the steering wheel a little bit more. This drives me nuts. Why can't they put the volume knob a little bit here, maybe over here, that it avoids the column shifter altogether? But it is what it is. Now, we have tons of different cameras. I like how it has a shortcut there, but all this other stuff you can do that I would only be using, I guess, if I was off-roading. So you got a bed camera too, so I can watch the bikes to make sure they're not flying out, or the carriages, they're not flying out while I'm traveling. So pretty neat. Love all that technology, which is great in a very expensive truck. I can also flip down the lift gate from here. I have parking sensors too. I actually haven't messed with the climate control at all in the days I've been driving this, because I feel like at 70 degrees, I'm just a happy camper, and it's not even on auto. That's the crazy thing. It was just on like the lowest fan speed, and I was very, very comfortable with the efficiency of that setup. Okay, more trailer control here. You know, I have USB and USB-C, but I want another cup holder. I guess this would be for your tobacco chew can, would be my guess. You have a wireless charger right through there as well. Lifting this up, another USB and USB-A, so you have 6 USBs in here. What is this? Oh, a traditional household plug-in as well, probably 400 watts like we saw in the bed. Removable tray, and a little light in there to illuminate your things at nighttime. More storage here, and it's felt lined. It's actually really small. I can only fit maybe the length of my fingers in there, so it's not the deepest. And additional, now this is plastic. I wish this had a felt lined as well. That would really set it apart. And you can just hear that tool. There's some tools in there and how loud that is. So that's unfortunate, but I actually haven't heard them rattle while driving this massive monster truck. But let's go ahead and get on the road with the Sierra 2500 HD AT4X AEV edition. Let's go. I love this thing on the highway. This would be an amazing truck to road trip in, to tow things across the country, whether it's a camper trailer. But even in day-to-day traffic, yeah, it's a little loud when you accelerate here and there, but the comfort's just so good in here. Yes, you have the massaging seats as well for the front passengers. The girls were a little disappointed in the back that they only get heated seats. We were in a vehicle last week, the GLS 600 in Maybach that had massaging rear seats. So they have high expectations now, but they still have tons of room back there. It's very comfortable for them. And with their pop-out running boards, it's so easy for the kids to climb this monster truck that has nearly 12 inches of ground clearance. It's got, I believe it's around 1.5 inches additional lift compared to the more pedestrian 2500 models out there. Now, I like how I don't even need Android Auto popping up here because Google built-in is just really, really good. Oh, and I said Google, and then it triggered. That was actually really quick. That was faster than most auditory responses from inbuilt AI and vehicles, so that was quite good. Just don't say the GOOGLE word too often. I have tons of room in here, and the armrests are super comfortable. I'm sitting up so high. You get used to it, but it feels like you're driving a bus, which some of you guys might like that quite a bit. And I have this great MID down below between the steering wheel, I should say, that I see in the steering wheel hoop here. And it's super clear, high resolution. It says I'm getting 14 miles per gallon. I wouldn't be surprised if you're not towing and you take this on the highway, you might be able to see 20 miles per gallon. I'm impressed with the fuel economy for such a large engine here in street driving. It's up to 14 now as we're just cruising around 55 miles per hour. Okay, we use that torque to get through that light, but what is the brakes like in here? Well, they're truckish. You really have to have a strong, heavy foot to get that progressive feel in here. There's not a lot of feedback in it. It does stop well, and of course it needs to, since it's a towing machine, but the brake feel is, I don't know, I'm just not used to it yet. I'm not gonna say it's good or bad. I don't drive, actually, this is my first heavy duty truck I've ever driven on the channel. So yeah, it just takes some getting used to, but it is smooth with the braking experience. Doesn't, you know, it's fairly linear, you just don't get a lot of feedback, I'll say that. The column shifter is awesome, reminds me of childhood where just about every pickup truck had a column shifter in. Heck, I think my my first car, my 93 Mercury Sable had the column shifter as well. Now, that Sable had a 4-speed automatic, I think, this being a 10-speed. Just like the diesel smooth, the 10-speed is super smooth too. That torque is just insane. You barely have to like touch the gas pedal, or should I say the diesel pedal, and you're going. And it is quite loud, as you would expect from a diesel, even with low RPM acceleration. But it makes me happy because I like the sound of diesels. I like the sound of it idling. And at idle, it's pretty quiet for such a huge diesel engine. What about road noise with these massive 36-inch tires? It's actually pretty minimal. I've been in other vehicles that have all-terrain tires, and they are loud as heck. Not here. I think it's a pretty quiet experience with these massive off-roady like wheel and tire setup. And you know, I'm getting a little vibe through the brake pedal here at the stop sign, or the stop light. but I don't feel any vibrations in the seat, the armrest, and even the steering wheel, no vibrations really coming through. So really it's just coming through the brake pedal. That's quite impressive for such a big, vibrating V8 diesel. So yeah, the refinement in here is quite impressive. Now, when I went over speed bumps earlier, the dash rattled just a little bit, but I'm putting a lot on. You know, I might be expecting too much. You know, there wasn't hardly any vibration there other than the seat kind of rattling a bit from hitting that pothole. So just keep in mind that it is a very firm ride when you have this sort of heavy duty architecture. But despite it being firm, I really like the ride quality in here for daily street driving and of course an off-road. I mean, this is I wouldn't, even though this is an off-road focused vehicle with the AEV edition, I honestly, on top of the AT4X, right, I don't think I would be taking this off-road, like on off-road trails or anything. It's a huge, heavy truck. I think occasional off-roading, towing your things on dirt paths, gravel paths is going to be perfect for that, and I think that's where it's going to be happy, as well as towing for long stretches on the highway, getting really good fuel economy. So I personally don't have anything to compare this to, since it's the first HD truck on the channel. All I can say is when I compare it to the technology and the comfort of normal cars, it is fantastic. The ride quality is fantastic. The safety features in here are fantastic, and you know, you are getting a lot. You know, it costs around 100 grand, but you are getting a lot for that. Now, do I wish some things were a little bit higher fit and finish, like the column shifter? Yeah, I wish this had some leather on it or something. But I do like the wood, and you know, I want more cup holders. There's a bunch of empty trays here that I feel like could be better used for more cup holders, since you're going to be traveling probably long distances with this. If you're not towing and getting this truck, I don't see why you would get this truck, because that's what it's for, off-road towing machine. And with that being said, if I had to tow something, I would not hesitate to grab this truck, because the value is here, the engine is fantastic, the smoothness, the refinement from this truck is luxury grade, even though, like I said, some of the materials aren't quite luxury grade, but the refinement here is fantastic. The build quality feels really, really good overall, and I'm happy. Like, makes me almost want to get a truck, but you know, 15 miles per gallon, like that's, I don't have anything to tow, so I'd almost be getting a truck to buy a boat essentially. Down here in Florida, if I had this truck, it'd be perfect for pulling a boat, a trailer, some ski-doos, that sort of thing. And loading up some dual sport motorcycles in the back. This could take you to some off-road trails or something. That would be amazing too. So I can think of a gajillion different ways to use this truck in an ideal world, but for me at this point in my life, it's just not in my cards. I'm not like a farmer or off-road machine man, so I'm gonna end it there. Thank you guys. Enjoy this. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button, subscribe for more. I wanted to end it there while also doing kid duty, taking the kids to pottery class. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next one, and peace.